It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for Season 6 of Fear the Walking Dead. In this video, I'll be breaking down something that was revealed in the last episode of Fear, Season 6 Episode 11, which was called The Holding, and how this reveal can actually help make the Rick and Morgan reunion possible, and how it could connect to it in the future, obviously. Of course, if you have not watched episode 11, you may not want to watch this video right now because this video will spoil most of the big moments from that episode. So you might want to watch that first before you watch this. So with all of that said, stay tuned. We'll be right back to break it all down. Alright, before we jump into this, as always, if you're not a subscriber and enjoy the content by the end, consider subscribing to join our community, share and smash the like button, and press the bell to be notified when we upload. So with that said, the last episode of Fear the Walking Dead, Season 6 Episode 11, was a pretty big episode because it revealed some pretty big things about the End is the Beginning group, the latest villains of Fear the Walking Dead. But what makes this episode important even more is not just the End is the Beginning group, but also their connection to a much bigger storyline in the Walking Dead universe. But let's step back a little bit. Let's first talk about the big reveals about the group itself. This episode revealed to us that this group is structured in a way that can be described as a cult. Their leader Teddy and his right-hand man Riley are brainwashing people to think that their way of life is the answer to surviving the apocalypse. They have a unique way of surviving. The group captures walkers, crushes them, and uses them as fertilizers for their crops. In this episode, we learned that this group are surviving underground in some sort of a massive bunker, which they call the Holding. Riley reveals that they are actually ready to shut their doors down to people above. And later on, we find that the group is actually working to wipe out everything and everyone above ground. It's also revealed that the End is the Beginning folks may have close connections to the CRM, or the Civic Republic Military, which is of course the large organization that is at the center of the Walking Dead universe and the Walking Dead movies. The exact same organization that took Rick and Jadis away on the helicopters. Now, something that we know about the CRM based on the Walking Dead World Beyond is that they have no problem wiping out entire communities if need be. So the idea of them wanting to destroy an entire area or even an entire state is not totally out of the question. What we also see in this episode is that Al, having met one of the CRM soldiers, Isabel, and knowing a little bit about how secretive they are and everything like that, finds documents, hidden documents and maps that are labeled by the CRM emblem. The End is the Beginning group appears to be working with the CRM on this quest. Now this is where things get interesting. You may be asking, how can they possibly get rid of everyone and everything above ground? Well, to answer this question, we can actually go back to what was shown to us in the very first episode of Season 6. In that episode, we saw a submarine in the middle of the desert. It had the End is the Beginning message spray painted on it. This submarine may actually have a nuclear arsenal that the CRM and the End is the Beginning group can use to destroy everyone and everything above ground. Now, this is where things get even more interesting. If you remember, the three men who spray painted the submarine had a run-in with Morgan Jones. Morgan found a key that appeared to have a coded message on it. Now, I don't know what a submarine key looks like, so I'm not even gonna pretend that I know for a fact that it's that, but I'm going to make an educated guess and say that the key is somehow related to the submarine. So Morgan has the key, which makes him very important to the End is the Beginning group because they want it back. This explains how they knew him by name, and also it's specifically revealed in the next episode based on the trailer that they are looking for something that Morgan has, something that belongs to them. So it's not necessarily just Morgan Jones as an individual, but something that he has, that the End is the Beginning group want. Now you may be asking, why would a large organization like the CRM be working with a group like the End is the Beginning? What's in it for them? Well, I think CRM is just using the End is the Beginning group, and they're probably gonna eventually destroy them when the time is right. So then everything appears to link up, which points towards the Rick and Morgan reunion being more likely than people think. If the CRM know about the End is the Beginning group and the fact that they have the key to the submarine, they would want it. Now, since Morgan has that key now, Morgan becomes a very important figure to the CRM. They actually know him by name. In fact, since Al and Dwight have been trying to find Isabel as well, I'm sure that the CRM may even know about Morgan and his entire crew. All of this may actually lead to none other than Rick Grimes himself, of course in the movies, hearing Morgan's name, which may help him in being in a situation where he can actually reunite with Morgan. Even if Rick just hears Morgan's name and not really think anything of it, since it's a common name, the fact that the CRM know about Dwight as well may change things. The CRM may talk about Dwight's burnt face in passing, and then Rick would then at that point know that it's not a coincidence, that this Morgan is the same Morgan, and Dwight with the burnt face is probably the same Dwight. So we may actually see a situation where Rick volunteers to go on a mission to deal with the Morgan Jones situation. Something along those lines would be pretty awesome. But that's pretty much everything that I wanted to discuss in this video, but I'm definitely very interested to know everyone's thoughts and opinions about this theory and everything that was revealed in the last episode of Fear the Walking Dead. Share your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. If you're not a subscriber and enjoyed the content, subscribe to join our community, share and smash the like button, and press the bell to be notified when we upload. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.